In today's video, I want to give you guys 3 tips that will make or break you this Q4. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this. Hey guys, welcome back. You've patiently waited. Today's video, we're going to talk about 3 tips that will help 3x your sales this Q4. Now, applying these tips and knowing what we're going to talk about will also help make or break you this Q4. I see a lot of these problems with new sellers in the fourth quarter. They are lacking on what we're going to talk about, or they are not utilizing these different strategies, or they do not have the knowledge on these different topics that we're going to talk about, and it really crushes them. They really get crushed because that they don't know better. Not only is this going to help you be prepared properly for fourth quarter and coming into the new year 2018 first quarter, but this is also going to help increase your sales and your conversions. Before we jump in, if you're new to this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Next to the subscribe button, you're going to see a notification bell. Go ahead and click that bell. That way you're notified each and every time I do a live stream or drop a video, and you can be first to market, first to dollar. And we're going to dive into number 1, which I feel is the most important. That's why I made it number 1. Special dates. When I first started out, I did not know this until my first quarter, and I was crushed. I lost thousands of dollars in sales. What happened is one of my products got to number 1 listing, number 1 page, bestseller, and I was selling like between 5 and 6 pallets a day for this product, and I ran out of product. Learn from my experience. Hopefully that, by following this, that you guys will take advantage of what I'm going to show you guys, because this is super, super powerful. A lot of new sellers don't know this because they haven't been in fourth quarter, all right? They haven't been dealing with international trades or sourcing overseas or internationally. So, with the more that you start to source and deal with your international supplier, the more you will start to familiarize yourself with their culture and special dates around them, because this is very important, because you need to know not only your metrics, how much you're going to make on your product, all right, how much product you're going to be selling, but more importantly, you need to know how long does it take for you to get your product from overseas, manufactured, passed through customs, stateside, received in the logistics center or the distribution center, then dispersed to the other distribution centers. That way you are live and ready to go. That is very important. Now, for those of you in the course, I talk about this super in depth, and I release all of the dates as well as the metrics that I follow. That way you do not run out of inventory. You don't want to run out of inventory, especially in fourth quarter, because sales are usually 3 to 4x the volume, all right? So everybody's making good money. But most importantly, you guys have heard me say this before, when you run out of product, the BSR is rated hourly. So there's 24 hours in a day. Each hour BSR is calculated, and at each hour that you're out, your BSR moves down, all right? And it is harder and harder to gain back, especially if you're more of a competitive niche where sellers are bombarding their way in. It's going to be harder to gain your position back, all right? So enough said on that. The ones I want to highlight, guys, are going to be, right now, currently, if you're watching this video the day I put it out, today's October 1st. Today is officially the first day of fourth quarter, all right? So October 1st all the way to October 8th. So this year, National Day and Mid-Autumn Day is going to be combined together. So you see here, this one starts, National Day starts on the 1st, which is today. Mid-Autumn Day starts on the 4th, all right? But these go together, all right? So these are going to run together. So basically between the 1st all the way to the 8th, overseas they're going to be having a holiday, all right, which is National Day and Mid-Autumn Day. The very important one, the one that I screwed up on and I lost thousands of dollars because I ran out of product. I don't know what happened. When I started 3 years ago, I don't know what happened. My supplier wouldn't return any emails, wouldn't return any calls, any Skypes. I was out of product for almost a month, and it was detrimental. I lost thousands and thousands of dollars, all right? Is the New Year's or the Chinese New Year, all right? Here you can see 2017. This is going to start, it's going to start usually around December 31st, the end of December, all the way to February 2nd, around there, all right? Every year it changes, but count on it from the last day of December all the way to the first week of February, all right? It's like a month long. And I'm telling you, take my word for advice. The Chinese heritage, they are very big into their family. They're very big into their holidays. You will not get a response. I don't care how much money you want to pay. If you want to pay double your product cost, they will not answer. They don't answer the phone. They don't answer Skype. They don't answer email until February 2nd. If your supplier is the main guy, if you're dealing with the main manufacturer, a lot of these companies have self-automated emails that will notify you. But 9 times out of 10, a lot of you guys are not dealing with the direct manufacturer. You're dealing with distributors, all right? And they will not tell you. My guy didn't tell me, all right? So I'm warning you guys, and I'm letting you guys know right now. National Day, Mid-Autumn Day, first week of October. It's not that bad. It's the first week of fourth quarter. But this guy right here, everybody slammed December and everybody runs out of product. I'm telling you, this happens all the time. Everybody runs out of product in December and then they want to reorder for January, get their order in for January, and you can't get a hold of anybody for a whole month. Not only do you have to keep in mind that that sales are going to be 3 to 4x, especially if you're first page. So if your product's selling 10 units per day, 30 days in a month, that's 300. You could very, very well sell 1,000 units to 1,200 units, all right, per month. Now you want to keep in mind, you have December, all of December, January. So you want to have at least 2 to 3 months, backup. If you can't afford it, put it on a credit card, get a loan, talk to a family member. You don't want to run out of product, especially for those of you that are first page, maybe down at the bottom. You can use fourth quarter to spike the algorithm through the other tactics that we talk about in the course and on a little bit on YouTube. You can use these tactics to gain ranking the first page. And what's going to happen is when you're organically on the first fold or up top, you're going to get more sales, all right? So I can't stress this enough. Make sure you have enough product and make sure you understand these dates. Now, something good, another rule of thumb, these are just the ones that are displayed on Google, all right? Communicate with your supplier. Make sure you ask your supplier, hey, is there any days or dates you're going to be on vacation, you're going to be away, or any holidays I don't know of as I'm in the United States and I just want to make sure I don't run out of product, all right? And they will tell you. They will be upfront with you guys, all right? So, we usually recommend having 2 months worth of product. So if you're selling 300 a month, all right, 10 a day, times 2 for 2 months is 600. You want to have 3 to 4 at least, all right? So, double that. If you're getting 600, get 1,200. If you can afford it, you don't want to run out. Okay, so we took care of the Chinese holidays, all right? These are all the Chinese holidays that are going to be based around your manufacturer. Next, we want to know what seller days or dates or holidays are important that we need to stock up for and be ready for, okay? So first, we all know Black Friday. Black Friday is going to be November 24th this year, okay? It's if you're watching this today, it's in 53 days, all right? So Black Friday is going to be November 24th, one of the biggest retail days in the world, all right? Shortly after Black Friday, 3 days later, is going to be Cyber Monday. So you have Black Friday, then the following Monday you have Cyber Monday, which on Amazon is insane. So you want to make sure that you have inventory. Last year I did 10x. All right. So count on it. If you're in a niche that has a decent amount of demand, count on 10x being achievable for that day, and make sure you have that inventory. 3, 5, 10x is possible on these dates. Sorry, I stretched on with number 1 special dates and holidays, but this is the most important, and I want you guys to be able to capitalize and not be taken advantage of by not knowing this, all right? So, number 2, on page, all right? Now, what do I mean by on page? Now, usually when we talk about on page, what it is on page optimization for ranking of keywords, right? Well, with fourth quarter, on page is going to be a little bit different. If you've already ranked your product to the first page, you're going to stick. Fourth quarter, you want to think about buying words. You want to think about retail words that are going to emotionally make the prospect want to engage or purchase, all right? So urgency is one, all right? And what I mean by urgency is while supplies last. Just by putting while supplies last in the header, all right? So like here you can see this guy's running a lightning deal. You could put while supplies last, and that's going to help build a sense of urgency, okay? or you can list it for suggested $49.99 and then make your actual price $24.95, and it's going to show in red save 50%, and then you can put while supplies last or 50% off while supplies last. All right, so that's one technique, and that's urgency. Urgency works very, very effectively. All right, you could also put anything basically around deals, certain percent off, for limited time. Stuff like that is going to create urgency. People are shopping in fourth quarter for gifts, all right, and they want the best deal. So being able to highlight a deal or show a deal is going to help with your conversion. So that's on page. Here you can see, they're running different promos and all that. This is super important. You can run multiple promos at once. You can have a percentage off. You can run a lightning deal. You can have a little something in the header while supplies last. All these are going to add together, and what they're going to do is they're going to help your conversions, because everybody wants a deal in fourth quarter. Everybody. All right. And the last part of the on page for fourth quarter is your pictures. All right. Now this might be a bad example, but if your product is giftable, show a picture or have somebody on Fiverr for $5 edit a picture of your gift being given to maybe a mom, maybe a girlfriend, a wife, maybe children, maybe a dad, whatever is relevant to your product. Like this might be a product that'd be good for dad. Have some kids, or have a wife or a mother giving this to a dad or a son, all right, and saying wonderful gift or best gift for him or best gift for dad in the picture. And what's going to happen is this is a visualization tactic. When the prospect sees this picture and they think, oh man, my dad loves the camp, he needs a new backpack, they're going to envision themselves giving that product to their dad. All right. So urgency, sense of urgency, number one. Different tactics around limited time, that type of stuff, showing that this is a very good deal and it's not for all the time, is going to help with conversions. And then visually, allowing the prospect to visualize them giving the gift. So go ahead and edit pictures. Maybe have a Christmas tree in the background. Maybe have some models in Christmas sweaters, all right? Something like that. That way they can visually see, okay, it's fourth quarter, it's a holiday, this is for Christmas, this is going to be the perfect gift for dad, for mom, for my girlfriend, etc. Even if you don't have a super giftable item, you can still create that, create that theme of Christmas, of fourth quarter, all right? Moving on to number 3, advertising and promotions, all right? So here's the Seller Central dashboard. If you click on advertising, all right, it's going to take you over to the promotions. Click on advertising, go down to promotions, it'll take you here. Now, I hope that a majority of you guys have been utilizing these throughout the year. Like I mentioned, if you haven't watched the video, watch the 5 ways to launch your product effectively or something like that. It's a video on YouTube that I have. I'll link it in the description below, or maybe at the end you'll see it. But it's 5 different tips for product launching, something like that. And we go over this a little bit more in depth. If you guys are in the course, then you guys already know about this, as well as the secret ninja tips in AMS. All right? But, of course, free shipping, you're going to have Prime. All right? They're going to have free 2-day. But the buy one, get one, and the percentage off is huge. All right, so you can set up a buy one, get one free, or buy 3, get one free, or buy 5, get one free, and that's going to boost your UPT, or units per transaction. And the more units per transaction per customer, the more profit per prospect, all right? So you want to get your numbers up, and what you're doing is not only selling more product to each prospect and making more profit per product, but you're feeding the A9 algorithm, because one of the factors in the A9 algorithm is the CTR, so the click-through rate to conversion, then the amount of products that are converted from there. So if you're not ranked number 1 or the top 3, or you're not ranked above the fold, which, when you organically go to a page, the listings that are before the fold where you have to scroll down, that's what we call before the fold. Before the fold, it gets 75% of all the purchases organically, all right? So We already talked about that in the past. You know, if you have a sponsored and then you're ranked top 5, now you have 2 pieces of real estate before the fold, and you are getting 75 to 80% of all the sales. Super huge, super powerful. But buy one, get one, or buy 5, get one. That's going to help your UPT, your units per transaction. All right, that's going to help you make more money per conversion per customer. Percentage off. If you can't do the buy one, get one, it doesn't make sense for you. Percentage off is great. Excuse me. Now, like I said, you can run multiple promotions on your listing at a time, like I just showed you guys. Let's go back over here to this guy. You can see he's running a lightning deal, and then he has a percentage off, all right? Now, when you have promotions, you'll see how it says right here, applicable promotions. When you highlight this, usually it'll show you the different promotions that he has. So here you'll see that he has a 15% off with the purchase of one item. All right, so if you purchase one of his other items, you can get 15% off. So you can get really creative with the different promotions, the different percentage offs, etc. You can do a dollar amount off, you can do a percentage off, and this is going to help increase your UPT. In the long run, you're going to sell more products at that day per day and make more money. All right. Now, you could even do both of these in conjunction with the giveaway if you want to utilize Q4 strategically to spike the algorithm and gain above the fold ranking. If you're first page and you're stuck maybe 6 or 7 below that fold, run percentage off, run buy one, get one. Maybe you have a lightning deal and you have a percentage off, and then simultaneously you're doing a giveaway, and then you're running a Facebook ad linking to that product to increase your CTR and your off page or out of Amazon traffic to Amazon. These are all factors that the A9 algorithm takes for its ranking, all right? So the more variables you have in the formula underneath the A9 algorithm, what it likes to see, what it wants, the better your chances of ranking and spiking the algorithm is going to be, all right? So not to drag on, these are 3 huge tips. The first one is it's gigantic. If you didn't even listen to me on the second and third one, you forgot what I said, go back and watch number 1. Number 1's important, and I'm telling you, a lot of people every year, you will see in your niche people on the first page disappearing or running out of product, and it will say Amazon does not know when or if this seller will be back, all right? When you see that and you're smiling because you're the one making all the money, think of me and come back and share this video, all right? So I hope this video has been helpful. Go ahead and drop a like if you found some content. If you got one nugget from this video, drop your comments below about Q4. If you guys are ready for Q4, if you have any questions about Q4, I read all of the comments. I answer all of them personal. All right? So I will see you guys in the next one. Happy Q4, everyone.